Hello everyone, this video is not sponsored. This is the Pantasy brand Christmas tree, which is new for the holiday season for 2025. I bought it off Amazon, where it retails for $70 US, comes with over 1,500 pieces, but I paid a little bit less than $60 because of coupons on the product page. I do have this connected to a USB battery pack back here because it does have lights built into it, and I will turn down the studio lights later on to show you what that looks like. But first, I just wanted to give you a general idea of what it looks like all around. And here's the size of it relative to a random minifigure, just to give you a general idea. The height is about 15.5 inches or 39 centimeters. All the gold pieces that you see here are the nice painted gold parts. This has some interesting polystyrene sheet pieces that are printed as well for some additional decorations. Otherwise, there's a single light string in it, a single LED string. Sorry about the wire down here that kind of gets in the way. Maybe I'll move that out the way so it doesn't confuse things quite as much. This is done with mostly prints, but there are a few stickers as well, such as right here. There are actually 3 stickers on that single stocking, and then there's another stocking up higher that also has stickers. All the other decorations are done with prints. I personally have never seen this leaf piece. It's kind of interesting, not as natural as I personally would like, but it also has this matching little, when I was building it live, we called it mustache, a little snow mustache piece to go with it. And you see there's a little bit of detail around the base, including some printing here as well. And I actually enjoyed putting together that tiny little steam locomotive. It's not the most realistic thing, of course, but representing a toy, I think it actually works out. And you see that this is a 360-degree build, so it does not have any camera unfriendly angles, and you can start to see some of the lights showing through. This actually has multiple modes for the lights as well, so I will show you those. These were interesting, with the shooting stars being on these stalks that are supposed to represent kind of trails of light. You got them in yellow up above and then in clear down here. For each of those little sub-assemblies there, they did all of the pieces in clear, which is wild. There's a ball end piece, like a ball socket piece down here, and then you've got the Technic kind of spacer connector, a large animal trunk piece, a medium-sized one. There's a stud at the top of that as well before transitioning on to the golden star. So yeah, a lot of the pieces are definitely interesting. The build of this, I think, was just a little bit more advanced than what you would like for the average, absolutely casual customer of this. It's not a difficult build. It's just that in the instructions, I found that they would tend to show just a few too many pieces being added per step, to where they would have multiple pieces that were beneath a layer of other pieces, all of which get added in a single step. And I think they should have just, no disrespect, but they should have dumbed down the instructions just a little bit for something like this that's just so mass market. That's the only real problem that I had with it. Otherwise, I mean, the mass of this feels good. The value of it feels good. And I've had a bunch of people say it looks very charming to them, and I personally definitely agree. All right, let's check out the lights with the lights in the room turned down a bit. So this is the mode that I've had it in the whole time, but like I mentioned, there are other modes to this. So on the back, the little Brick Alive system hub has a button, and you push that button and you cycle to the sparkly, color change version. And anytime you go back to the non-color changing mode that has color in it, it's always going to be the exact same organization, the exact same layout of exactly which lights are set to which color. But, if you want something that brings a little bit of additional attention, this does that. Then the default mode is just this, just a little bit of glow. Now that's very, very classic and classy. I like that. Notice that it's not all that bright though, right? It's not really lighting up the whole scene. The lights are actually good. It's where they put them that kind of dim them down a little bit unintentionally. They're wrapped around mostly inside, and you can see just a couple of them that are visible out here, but the rest are partially obscured by the leaves. So they're creating a glow inside. It's like almost like the trunk has a little bit of glow to it. Depending upon where you turn it, you see some of those lights becoming visible. I'll go ahead and switch this back to the solid colored lights mode, which is also pretty bright. Like, you don't lose brightness when you switch to this mode. But you see what I mean? the leaves, the outsides of the leaves are actually in shadow right now, as are the ornaments, as is the front of the little gingerbread house. That definitely was not good planning. They could have used a similar amount of light or number of LEDs and such, hopefully similar cost, and kind of just brought that string, just had that string go out here above the house rather than below. Like down here, you've got a little bit of light. See my finger? It's clearly lit up by both colors there. But then the front of this is just a big dark area there. So that's just a little bit of poor planning. They do have really, really nice channels and kind of Technic pieces to hold on to the light string going all throughout. It's a nice cable. As long as you route it through carefully, you're going to have all the lights facing outward, and you're going to get the most you can get out of the system that way. But yeah, it's nice. And again, switching it back. So here's the button down here. Just push that button in once. You push and hold to turn it on or off. And it does not come with any battery, so you need to have your own USB battery pack, or you can do continuous as well. Continuous will work. But yeah, that's just it. It's kind of nice. Here's what it looks like with the battery pack and the included USB A to C cable just out of the way, just so you can see the thing by itself. This is really a nice presentation. Nothing here did I particularly dislike. There's definitely some repetition as you go through this. I mean, not all, but most of the leaves are built the same way with just, I don't know, was it like 5 pieces per? But then some of them are done a little bit differently to have different types of connections. This little wreath here is very small, but very nice. There's a lot of charm to it. I personally would have preferred a leaf piece that had a little bit more texture to it, possibly just a regular green color instead of this bright green. This is the bright green color that they went with. I do appreciate that they went ahead and recolored a bunch of parts, so you don't see any weird colored pieces throughout this. Everything that needed to be bright green is, including even functional pieces. You've got ball and socket pieces in there of different types. You've got some angled or wedge style of plates in there. You've got hinges and stuff. You've got the pieces that actually hold the LED cable throughout, and all that is done with nice color matching. So the end result here, I think, is good. I think they did a good job. Just it's unfortunate that the lights, which are themselves pretty good, don't have as much of an effect as they could have if they were routed just a little bit differently. I do think that if you yourself tried to route the existing cable only around the outside, it wouldn't get very far because it is designed to wrap around. Like it comes out to here, it wraps around, and then it ends up here. I ran mine very tight and ended up with, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 inches of spare. Probably more like 3 inches of spare up at the top, which I just wrapped around one more time. And that's not a whole lot of spare when you multiply by pi and all, do all that. So yeah, just wanted to cover my thoughts on that. And I hope that this video was of some value to you. It's definitely a nice value no matter what. Even without the lights, honestly, the value is not too bad because this is pretty large for its price. With as many decorations as it has, the lights definitely add to it, though. If you can turn them on, I personally prefer it with the regular single color. There's just the single white, the warm white. Just, again, very classy and classic. But having the 3 options, not having it always default to just the brightest flashing lights, that was a really, really good idea. Some folks don't get that. Some manufacturers don't get that, and they always want to make things shine and catch your attention as much as possible, which sometimes is too much. So overall, pretty good. Not perfect, though. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.